Okay, hello. I hope you can hear me well. So, welcome. And again, it's been a while since the last time I streamed. But yeah, I know that I'm not really streaming like regularly at the moment since things got a little bit hectic on my side regarding the work on the company and also my other activities at the catechist as well. And also like the PoC that I am currently being worked on, it's been really near the end now. So I think you already see the title of the stream. So we are going into the deployment phase, and yeah, this will be the first stream, and I hope there will be another follow-up streams soon as well regarding how I deploy things there. So yeah, you are watching Carter 211. I am Ming Hikari and really happy to meet all of you here. So I guess that is enough for the intro, and finally we actually be able to do things a little bit more traditional, because like this is the evening now in Vietnam and we are looking at 55 minutes left, I believe. So let's actually get going, because there will be a bunch of things that I actually need to do for the deployment as well. So let's get started, I guess. Okay, so I will actually bring out my source code later on, but basically okay, you know what, let me actually open the source code really quickly and pull everything down so you can actually see a little bit of where I am currently at. Very many things changes here, so I actually want to open the new window, and that is the API. This should be the front end, and I will do the same thing here as well. I don't know if I actually do this already, but let's see. Okay, already up to date. So if you are taking a close look at the file structure here, you will see that I already have the Docker file being ready here. I test this like quite a while, and it seems to work right now for the builder and the runner. So basically I can actually build an image for the front end already. That's fine. For the backend, I also make quite many changes here from the last time we are with this order, so I will actually following up you for like fill you in about what happened there. So basically I have a little bit of a sample here that will that is like much that will act as the helpers that I will absolutely use later for setting some environment variables there for the deployment. I also have the Docker file, which is much more easier, like much simpler than I think it should be. And I actually have like a Docker compose file here. This is actually not just this is basically just a very simple and only for local work. This is not ready at all for deployment. I will actually need to come with something much better for the deployment itself. And talking about preparing for the deployment, I think I actually need to get some thing from my laptop, so please hold on for a moment. So basically compared to the last year, maybe you will actually having a clear view. Like back there I actually have like a much better and also a much like tidier how can I say that, storage system that I built there. I am currently putting all of my gears inside there, all of my keyboard, all of my headphones, and also all of my tools that I actually need inside there, so I can actually, and also my laptop is also being stored in there, so that is a really good one. Okay, so I just realized a problem that like I don't really have a very good way to show you what's in my laptop screen, but I will actually try my best to tell you about that, because I actually need to have my laptop like right there, so I can look at what I already prepared. I actually did not get committed up yet because I'm still considering something. Alright, so while we are waiting for my laptop to be fired up, which will take a while, let's actually talk about how we are gonna do this, right? Unfortunately, I don't know, but my Facebook stream actually having something, so I cannot stream to Facebook with my friends anymore. I might actually want to left them like a link there, so they can actually follow me up there. One sec. So please hold on there, one sec. I will actually bring my live stream here, and if I can actually share the link to the stream to my Facebook, that will be very fine. Okay, so I just posted a link on my Facebook to the stream on Twitch and on YouTube as well. Alright, I think that is already a pretty good one. Okay, that's it. Let's keep everything like that. So let's talk about how we're gonna do this, right? Because like it will be a very basic setup, but I think this will be a very good starting point for anyone who actually want to use Docker and who actually want to deploy their first service in their first project and open that to the internet. I hope that the following session will actually help you to achieve that. Alright, and to do that, I actually want to open my Obsidian, since I actually want to jam what the heck's happening. Wait, did I not have an Obsidian up here? Okay, never mind. Let's not do Obsidian. I actually need to download that as well. We will use Escalator, and I can actually use this to explain to you a little bit about what I'm going to do. So this could be a pretty good idea. If I can actually change it to the dark theme, yeah. Okay, this is much better now. All right, so now let's see that. Okay, let's begin with our structure here. So basically, my application stack will consist of a front end, right? And that front end will be using Vue and Nux, something like that. So Vue and Nux, right? So saying Vue and Nux, or maybe it is even like a progressive front end, a progressive web app. It actually doesn't matter, because you just know that we actually contain like having a front end in our project that will be something that when the user is getting into the app, then the front end will be the thing that they will see. Okay, now we will have a backend as well, and the backend that I am currently using Python for, right? Python, come on. I am currently using Python for the backend. Python and the framework is Flash. So yes, this will be. So this is the backend, right? And our backend will also be connected to a database, which I am currently using PoC for it. So basically, our application contains these three. Like our application stack contains these three components right here. We have a front end, we have a back end, and we have a database. And like the relation between those three is very simple, right? So we basically have the front end being communicate to the backend, which contains like all of the logics of our application there. So like what happens when you're actually pressing a button to register an attention data for a student on the backend, or when you press save to save all of the score that you just input into a test for a whole class, how they are being calculated, how they are being stored, how they are being populated into the database. Basically that is the operation of the backend there. And like I just said, the backend will actually be talking to our database also. So the backend will interact with the database to store and also to edit and retrieve the data from the database based on what we need at that specific moment. So this one will actually need to be a two-way arrow like this, and this is also the two-way arrow like this, since that how things should work. If I can actually find that again, hold on a second. There you go. So this is how like our internal stack will be talking to each other. So because I am using Docker, so each of those will run inside a container. Okay, now the thing is, this is not on, because like now I actually need to have the user to access to this stack in some way. And since it is basically just a web app, then I am assuming that the user will actually open their web browser, like I am opening excalibur.com at the moment, and then somehow it will connect down here to the front end that we are exposing. So how's that gonna happen? This will be a container, this will be a container, this will be a container. Before talking about that one, we actually need somewhere to deploy all of those, because like we need to store the database somehow, right? We need a place to store the data, we need a place, and we need some power to calculate all of the operation that we're doing. So we basically deployed all of this inside a thing called a virtual machine, or let's just call it a server. Can I actually make it bigger? Yeah, we will deploy all of them into a server and the server is basically a computer, right? I am actually using a VPS in this case because the app is actually small enough. Alright, so this is what, so we actually need to deploy those three inside our server as well. But now what will happen? But now let's not say about what will happen, but let's say about normally, like I said, the user will be into like what can I say? Yeah, how can I say that? How can I describe that? Okay, so the user will actually being accessed, will access our application from the browser, right? Which means they will actually need to have, yeah, they can actually like input straightly the IP of the server that I'm currently having right here. But for more friendlier experience, we will actually have like a domain like minhistory.com, something like that. And when the user type that domain in, we basically root them inside our application. So how to achieve this? So basically, yeah, this one will actually waste me a little bit of money already, and I already like aiming for what server will I choose. So now this will be a container. Like I said, we will use Docker. This will be a container, this will be a container, and I will define all of them into like a container itself. Now the thing is, I can actually have this is like a user, and for the user to access this tab, it will basically look like this. 5 like this, right? The thing is, like I said, I actually need to expose this front end somehow, but this is actually not safe at all, because first you will actually need to expose the front end itself out. So that means you will actually need to expose that like in port 80, and if you are actually want to use HTTPS, then you will also need to try to code the front end or in the node things like that, so like in some very specific way, so it will be being handled like, yeah, how can I say that, that it will be handled in a way that it supports HTTPS, and that is not talking about how you actually need to obtain a certificate for that HTTPS as well. So this in theory work, but it's actually not a good idea at all. So the way that we will do this is I will actually putting something else on the front end here, and I will actually putting something before here, and let's call it, what do I have here, a reserve proxy. In this case I will use catechist. So this will also be reverse proxy or reserve, I don't know, reverse proxy, right? Reverse proxy. Let me actually Google this to make sure that I got the word correctly. A reverse proxy, okay. So basically on this reverse proxy here, I will actually tell the application that if the user requests that very specific URL, then route that URL to the front end that we are currently working with here. It is just like that. I actually will need to get the back end and the front end a little bit like this. Okay, let's not just being like this. I will actually need to explain to you a little bit about that. But basically this reverse proxy right here will be connect those two to each other, and will also gain your access to the front end and the back end as well, because this front end, when being served to the user, then it is basically the user to contact to the back end through the reserve proxy here. So the connection we are going to will be like this, with all of those components inside our VPS here is inside a container. I actually need to move this a bit around there so you guys can see a little bit more there. Sorry, but I actually need to delete that message and block you, because that message is a scam one. So no, I will say no to scamming. Okay, so this is what we are like. Basically we will try to go for this one. Okay, so this is a very basic one. I will use PoC. So I will actually want to deploy a reserve proxy and configuring like a routing. So when a very specific URL is being entered and a request is being hit on this reserve proxy, then I will configure the reverse proxy to say that if the request to that URL, to a specific URL, then I want to route that request to the corresponding service here. That's it. we are actually having something here also, because like I actually basically want to have a domain here as well. So for example, I want to use the domain of Yaoli PoC dot minhikari.com. Why minhikari.com? Because this is just a PoC, and I already own the domain minhikari.com already. So I only use a subdomain here to let the user to be inside the system here, and this domain will be the thing that I will configure inside the reverse proxy here, which I will use catechist for it. And then basically when the user provide this URL in their browser or maybe on their phone, then it will actually route the user here. I will actually need to configure 2 URL, maybe one, maybe 2, I don't know. I will actually still trying to figure out how do I want to the backend to look like. Do I actually want to want a second subdomain called api.yaolipoc.minhikari.com, or I want to use this one but /API will route me to here. This is one of the things that I think that we can make the choice when we trying to go around, right? So yeah, that is basically the thing here. And also this will cost money. Yeah, I need to satisfy this will cost money. This will cost money as well. And I am conveniently ignoring the fact that I actually need to back up this one somewhere. And I think I will use my personal Nextcloud for it at the moment, which also costs money a month, 4.5 euro a month, maybe like that. But yeah, this is what I actually need to do. So let me actually do a very quick thing by saving this image to local, and then we may want to use this in the next stream to like having some reference. Yeah, that's it. I actually want to have like export image and dark mode please, and save. Alright, thank you for that. We have the image that we need here, and I have GNOME, and we actually have it here right there. So this will be a very good reference to it. Alright, let me actually put it around here. So now the thing is, I will actually need to buy that VPS, and I also need to like maybe doing a little bit of configure on this one right here. So the VPS, so because I'm in Vietnam, I know that I am in Vietnam, but I'm not really like when it comes to VPS, I still like to be pushing to European VPS. The reason, they're cheap. Let me show you why. Let me show you that right now. So I actually already have renting some server from Hasna already. So their server are really cheap and really good as well. And like this is USD. I kind of want to pay in Europe instead, because it is actually cheaper than paying in USD. And because I am not in any country here, so basically I don't really need to worry about the VAT here, which means I can get the server really cheap. For example, share vCPU, and yeah, we have AMD as well. Okay, anyway, the thing is, we don't really need to have too much power at the moment. So to me, it seems that this instance right here with 2 vCPU, 4 GB, 40 GB of NVMe SD, and 20 TB traffic being included at 3.8 euro is really cheap. In case you don't know, Vietnamese, if you are watching, 3.79 euro to VND. That will be about 100,000 VND. So this is cheap. This is dirt cheap. Why I am saying that? Because if I want to look, if I actually looking at a little bit of VPS price in Vietnam right here, like at Vietnamese right here, if I'm going down here, you will see that just compare those. Okay, we have two CPU, 4GB of RAM and 40GB SSD. In Vietnamese, how much we are actually looking at? RAM only 2GB, right? And it's already 119, so basically 120, right? And that is actually if you are paying for like 36 months. If you are paying lesser, then you are looking at like 1.5 to 1.7 times more, right? Let me actually try to see. So this one we have 4 vCPU. Let's not, yeah, RAM 4 gigabyte. We already look at 3500, which is not good at all. So if I'm looking on another hosting provider here, you will see that if I'm looking a very simple one here, a very simple, very similar idea here. We have 2 CPU, we have 4GB RAM, we have 40GB of SSD. Right here, this is the same thing. You are basically looking at 180, 100 VND per month. This is much more than 100 here, like nearly twice of that price. And you're actually being limited into this bandwidth right here, which is really bad. This is actually being much worse if you are trying to accessing something not in Vietnam through this VPS as well. So this is not cheap at all. So yeah, it's basically the price of the VPS in Vietnam is not cheap at all. Let's check Nhân Hòa for another one. So do we have come on, I actually want to look at 2 cores here, 2GB of RAM. Yeah, you already looking at that price also, 180. So compared to those things that we are looking at Hasner right now, it is really cheap. The only problem with European VPS, especially when I am in Vietnam, is actually the speed and latency. But normally for this case, I don't think it will be a big trouble, because first, I actually use Cloudflare. To be act as a DNS server as well. So there are some caching going from their side, so it's actually not that slow. And also because I am developing this as a single page application, so the only time that it really need to load is the initial load. After that, all of the data exchange should be not too slow, given that because you only need to transfer the data that is being rendered on the pages and on the request. Then unless you are really downloading some files on those from those VPS in back to the machine, then maybe you will suffer a bit, but I don't think that will be a problem. So yeah, that's why I will try one with Hasner right here. And for your information, my Nextcloud account I also buy it from Hasner as well. So the VPS I will buy from here. And because I also saying that I will use Docker, and I will use containers to deploy our application. So I may consider to use Container.io add-on using their Edge API. The reason, I don't really have more than 3 nodes at the moment, and why I can actually definitely manage all of them all by hand, writing everything and deploying things all by myself on the server directly. I still prefer to have a tool to get me an overview and like controlling this in a much more easier way. And also using Container means the deployment process of that will also mean the deployment process that I will actually need to take. It will be much more easier when it comes, especially when it comes to the CI and CD pipeline that I will configure on Git later, since I don't really need to access us into my server. I only need to code on API, and the redeployment will happen for me automatically. That's what I am hoping that it will do for now. I think it's safe for us to continue to proceed with buying the VPS and basically get things starting up, right? So let's go here, and actually not being signed up because I actually want to, I just press sign up for some reason. I actually have an account already, so I will log in now. I don't know if I can actually show you here, but yeah. Okay, and let's fill them in. Not now. Okay, has no class being in, and I don't really have. Let's just delete this one. Thank you for that. Okay, that's done. Now let's create a new project, and I will call this one right here. So let's add this project in. Okay, let's rename it. I actually don't want to call it Yaoli. PoC, I will say Student Management System. Catechism, Student Management System. I will call it like that. Pressing in now. I actually want to buy a server now. Let's add a new server. And this is EU Central. This is EU Central. I think let's keep it like that. Hence key. Type share CPU. x86. CX22. This will be absolutely cheaper. Let's keep it on Helsinki, okay? Let's use Docker CA, maybe. Let's go with Docker CA. Let's go with Docker CA. I don't know show details. Okay, Ubuntu 24.04. Which is this one right here. Okay, so let's just go Docker CA. So Docker will be available immediately for me after the thing is being done. I will consider this machine or this machine when I do the real. Okay. So that type of CPU is looking good. I will scroll down a bit. Networking, I will absolutely want to have one public IPv4, and it is actually be included inside here as well. SSH key. This will be a public key, but I actually don't want to show you, so let me actually pull it down here a bit. Right. Wait for me a bit because I will actually need to look at my key now. Okay, I added that in. So thing here is actually good. Alright, so I have the key. We have firewall, we have volumes. Do we actually need to have volumes? I don't think I need, because I should already have it. Firewall. 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 We have quite many inbound and outbound rules, so I actually will need to do something there. Hello, TJR is. Hey man, how I'm doing? Yeah, I am pretty fine, and I hope you are too. The inbound rules, so I will allow anything go into port 22. For now, let's keep it like that. That is the inbound rule. The outbound rules will be any allowed to stop. Let's not do anything regarding that for now. I will only allow things to go into port 22 right now. Hold on a second. I actually want to go 80, and also I want to have 443 because I will expose a web server out here, so it is surely so yeah, I will absolutely do this right now. So we have the default firewall, so only as SSH connection will be go through. I will absolutely need to change the port of SSH later as well. So we have the backup. I don't actually need backup now. Labels and placement group. I think that is it for now. So let's go for the name of Docker, not Docker, but like that one. Let's create and buy now, and it should be running at any moment now. It is being created, and we already have a public IP there. That is good. Okay, I will actually need to hide that now, though I already exposed that IP to you, so I think that is a very bad thing to do. Okay, anyway, I am having now my VPN. Okay, I actually need to making things a little bit like I will actually need to SSH inside the server now. So yeah, the problem is now how can I do that? Yeah, I am trying to now to SSH into my server. So my server is already created, so that is good. We have the grabs going as well. So the server is basically going, and again I actually need to SSH into that server now. So how will I do that? Hold on a second. Okay. And I actually need to copy this one right here. Nope, that is not the one. Say yes to it, and it should be. Yeah, I don't really have a password at the moment. Cancel that, please. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Hold on. I will actually need to add someone there. Okay, so okay, I actually need to get that password. Yeah, I actually need to do all of this off here because I don't want to accidentally show any sensitive information to you. So sorry about that, but that's how should things go. Home phone order all info correct. Okay, I added into the group user. But I think I can actually show you what I am currently trying to do here. So what root sudo group Ubuntu, let's group so we do the add user and we got sudo group, right? User mod. Okay, so I can go sudo user mod add group sudo and my username. That's done. Docker group as well because I will absolutely use Docker at that user also. Now I already have the password, so yeah, I actually want to check my sudo password as well, and maybe even I will actually want to use to disable the thing. I mean disable the login with password, things like that. Okay, if I exit right now, SSH copy ID. What is the how I can actually make that SSH key available for that username as well. That is the public key, right? That is the public key, right? That is the public key, right? Okay, hold on a second. Where's my SSH folder? Yep. Let me yes, this will be my public key. Okay, now let's use that key app and that file. Okay, I need to input the password for that user now. I'm copying things there and going there. It should work. Alright, that seems working. So I actually want to copy this and like modifying things inside here a little bit more. So that will be this IP instead. Okay, save. Now let me actually try to get that in as well. Will it work? Yes, it is working at the moment, and I can use Docker version. I hope it will also work. That worked beautifully. Okay, so let's make a directory called deployment. Yes, and cd deployment. Okay. My dear, okay, every single thing that we actually need to put into the deployment, it will be owned inside here. Okay, so that thing's beautifully done. Now I will actually need to change the port to to SSH. Yeah, I actually want to change the SSH port to another port, but now let's keep it like that. There is something that I want to do now. So I actually have the top one, have a H top. H top is actually much better. Okay, so yeah. Now let's go and register a Portainer account here. So let's get started. Let's get started as well. 303. Okay, this will be a little bit more interesting. So I will use my name. So phone number. Okay, this is a little bit sensitive, so I cannot show you I either. Okay. I actually don't want to use that email. I want to use something else. And yeah, that phone number as well. I am in Vietnam. Yes, with container platform, Docker Swarm, standalone as well. PoC home student. I don't know. Business. It's actually not a business at all, so I will call it home. Please select how did you first hear about us? Search engine. Accept the term and activate. Oh, I actually need to select all the bridges. Beauty. Is it called bridges? I don't know. Okay, this is activate. Welcome on board. Okay, so I will actually need to wait for Portainer to get me the key to my account, which is quite fun. We are processing your 3 nodes 3 license. Please scroll down for further information, tip and advice. And we don't really have much time to look at it right now, right? Yeah, it turns out that I cannot show you too much thing, right? But at least I can put this one right here, so just to remind that that is what we are trying to go for. Okay, that is the best thing I can do at the moment. I don't know. Okay, anyway, it's actually inside, should be my dev here. Okay, I got it. Okay, please make sure that you copy the home key and no space at all. Oh wait, hold on, I actually need to install Pretender myself. Oh wow. Okay, hold on a second. I thought that they will actually host it for us, but it seems that it is not the case. I actually need to deploy that myself. Bummer. Okay, it seems that yeah, my journey will be a little bit more interesting now, since yeah, I actually need to manage that myself, and Pretender will absolutely take quite a little bit space and a little bit of resource of the server there. Okay, so it seems that going like do things manually will be the thing that we actually need to do, though I will still actually try to have Pretender to go. I was thinking that they will actually host that for us, but it seems that it is not the case at all. Yeah, this is a thing that I completely misunderstood from Pretender. Sorry, Pretender, if you're currently watching this, I think you can actually simply revoke my key, so there's nothing at all. Sorry about that. I just got your idea completely wrong there. Okay, so the deployment so far, I think the biggest thing that I met in on this stream is actually wasting my money on a server. So I actually definitely will want to work on that server as soon as I have chance, because I don't actually want all of my money to go into drainage. So yeah, I will continue to work on that server to deploy things, to deploy things and to writing all of the things that I actually need. Though I think I can try to do a thing right now if I still have time. So I hope that I still have, like, okay, I don't really have anything else into that server, so come on. Let me actually getting inside here, and I kind of having a thing that I actually want to deploy first. So cd deployments, cd reality PoC. Let's keep it like that. Now I actually want to deploy a thing like this part of the solution first here quickly to see if I can actually have it. So let's make a directory called caddy and see if I can actually writing something really quickly here, because I already have that in my laptop, so I hope that will help. Okay, this is definitely not helping with time. Deployment stack. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got it. Yes, we got it. We got it. Okay, so we have caddy already. Cd caddy. and I want to create compose.yml. Now, nope, version 3. Let's say version. Let's say version 3. That's it. Networks, KD, public, external, true. So this will be the network that I will actually need to creating. Volumes, KD data and KD config. Okay, hold on. Now, services. KD image KD. Parts. This will be 80 and 443. So that is HTTP and HTTPS. I know we only have 10 seconds, but that actually stay a little bit after this. So yeah, let us stay a little bit so I can actually deploy this correctly. So this will be pwd config mapping into etc KD, right? I think I can go for this or something like that. I don't know. I hope I can. KD data will be data, and I will also have KD config will be config, like that, with all other volumes there. Okay, network will be inside KD public. Okay, Docker network list, it will be like that. Okay, so I can actually create KD public, and that will be it. Very simple. So I already create a KD public network right there with the pressure one. I want to make a directory called config as well, and now I want to go inside there and create a KD file. So inside this KD file, this is what we will put. So moonhickory.com is a domain that I am owning, and now I actually want to put them inside there. PoC.fe port 3000. Okay, so let's keep it like that for now. And let's try to do Docker compose pool. Okay, so it seems that I don't actually need the version anymore, so I will remove that. Okay, so caddy is down. Docker compose up. Config. Is that the correct password? Okay. So basically, I am currently trying to deploy caddy here with the caddy files going on. So I will actually sit and working with this a little bit more, but we already run out of time, and I already violating the rules a little bit, so I will need to stop here now. Thank you for the following, and thank you for if you're still being with me here for some reason. Yeah, I think that's all that I want to say for now. So goodbye, and I hope that we will see each other soon later. Peace.